Good day, everyone. You're welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program, a production of RCCG Christ Church Radio with Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, we will focus on the expected rise in electricity tariffs and the implications. In line with President Tinubu's drive to eliminate all forms of subsidies, the subsidy on electricity is expected to be fully removed from July 1, 2023. An estimated average of 200 billion naira between 2015 and 2022 was the yearly collection shortfall of discos due to the lack of cost-reflective electricity tariffs. This shortfall in the collection means that distribution companies, discos, are making losses on distributed power and are unable to pay the Nigerian bulk electricity company NBET for onward settlement of generation companies GENCOs for power supplied. Due to poor remittance to NBET, the company has not been meeting its obligations to GENCOs, forcing the federal government and the CBN to subsidize the shortfall. In 2014, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) established a methodology for determining electricity tariffs in the Nigerian electricity supply industry (NESI). Subsequently, it issued a tariff order called the Multi-Year Tariff Order (MITO) that sets out tariffs for generating, transmitting, and distributing electricity in Nigeria. The MITO order was reviewed in 2020 by the NERC to achieve a service-reflective tariff for retail customers. MITO is used to set wholesale and retail prices for electricity in the industry, allowing the power sector to be adequately funded and functional. The MITO provides a 15-year tariff path for the NESI with limited minor reviews each year based on changes in the limited number of parameters such as inflation, interest rates, exchange rates, and generation capacity. The major reviews are done every 5 years, with stakeholders reviewing all parameters. In the last year, we have seen significant movement in 3 of the main parameters. Inflation rate rose by 22.41% as of May 2023 from 18.6% in June 2022. Interest rates, the monetary policy rate MPR set by the CBN, rose by 18.5% from 13% in July 2022, and the NAFEX exchange rate was at 752 naira 97 kobo per dollar as at Friday from 465 naira per dollar as of June 13, 2023. Due to the changes in these variables that are used to set electricity prices, the NERC is expected to adjust the electricity tariff and eliminate subsidies in the previously foreign tariff bands D and E. This is projected to increase the average tariff to 88 naira per kilowatt from 67 naira per kilowatt. Nigeria operates a tiered electricity tariff structure with the different bands. The bands are classified based on the average number of power supply hours per day an electricity consumer is expected to receive in a month. Consumers falling in bands A, B, and C are expected to receive a daily minimum electricity supply of 20 hours, 16 hours, and 12 hours respectively. The frozen bands D and E are set at a minimum of 8 hours and 4 hours respectively. What are the implications of these tariff changes? 1. Increase in costs of production. Energy costs constitutes 30 to 40% of the cost structure of manufacturing companies. Hence, it will lead to an increase in the cost of production for those partially or wholly on the grid. The cost could be pushed to the consumers, leading to higher product prices and lower purchasing power. 2. Higher inflation. Energy cost is a major component in the computation of the inflation numbers. Hence, the expected increase in electricity tariff will lead to more pressure on inflation. This is an addition to the impact of fuel subsidy removal. 3. Increased investment in the power sector. Implementing a cost-reflective tariff will attract more investment into the power sector as the discos and GENCOs become viable and bankable. 4. Increased adoption of renewable energy. We expect to see more homes install renewable energy like solar and wind in the north to reduce the cost of power. This would increase the business activities in the renewable sector, especially solar. 5. Increased profitability for GENCOs and discos. Most of the GENCOs and discos have recorded huge losses over the years, making it impossible to attract investments for expansion. While there will be a need to accelerate the installation of prepaid meters by discos to enjoy this gain, we expect to see improved profitability in these companies. 6. Reduction in the metering gap. The number of metered customers as of March 2023 stands at 5.3 million out of 11.3 million electricity customers in Nigeria, leaving a major metering gap. This implies that the other 53% electricity consumers are on estimated billing. There is a need to intensify efforts to increase the number of metered customers to capture the gains of cost-reflective tariff so that unmetered customers will not keep defaulting. While this comes with a lot of initial pains for consumers, this will be positive for the sector in the medium to long term. However, to reduce the impact on Nigerians, government should suspend the 7.5% VAT on electricity tariffs for a while. Overall, power remains the engine of any thriving economy. Hence, an improved supply of electricity will ultimately reduce the cost of production, as companies will not need to make huge upfront investments to generate reliable energy and make our products more competitive. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another exciting and insightful session. For questions, comments, and feedback, kindly forward to ebo.ayodeji@gmail.com or send an SMS to 070-8246-3747. Stay blessed.